Ladies and gentlemen, behold the eagerly anticipated GTA 6 map for 2024, from the bustling streets of the main city to the serene beaches of the coastal regions. This map promises endless adventure. Get ready for smuggling missions, vibrant neighborhoods, and encounters with a wide range of NPCs. GTA 6 map is shaping up to be the ultimate playground for gamers. Subscribe if you want to see final GTA 6 map confirmed by Rockstar this year. Thank you and let's go! And we're starting off with GTA 6 pre-order is live when you wake up. What would you do? So yeah, it's not the real one, and absolutely this was made by the fan. His name is NKZ But what if you see this on their official website? What's your next move? Write down in the comments, would be really interesting to know. Next up, GTA 6 Luci gameplay test number 1, release date 2025. And actually, if we look at this one over here, it doesn't look like GTA 6 at all, and it's not even like better than GTA 5. It's some kind of, I would say, Saints Row reboot copy with like Lucia mode in, but it's not GTA 6. And if this is going to be GTA 6, yeah, we're all fucked up. Next up, we're going for the concept map based on the latest mapping project. This is just the concept, but it looks like the possible map that we might get in the near future. And also, we already talked about that the map might be expanding in the future updates. So first of all, we'll get the first version and then it will be updating. So we might get the Bermuda Triangle, more islands, and other updates in the future with new DLCs. So that's possibly what we're getting. It's not going to be an like offline version of the map that will be expanding, but literally an online will be expanding for sure, and that's what we are getting. I love the idea of islands off the coast of the main map, and hell yeah, I was always fascinated by the idea of not only having a real Bermuda Triangle in GTA game, but a little Cuban-inspired island where you're supposed to ship drugs from to America. It seems like such a no-brainer for a Miami GTA game, but hopefully we get something like that. Me too, including some GTA version of Cuba would be so easy to do and add so much gameplay potential, both for cool story mode set pieces and optional smuggling side missions by boat and plane, and of course the presence of a Bermuda Triangle would be the ultimate gift to Easter egg hunters. I really hope the real map has as much urban area as this. Don't get me wrong, I love a bit of wilderness, but I also love exploring different neighborhoods, towns that have different vibes and architecture. I would love for NPCs to have a lot of variety and personality depending where you are, and for example in a rich area they are far quicker to call the cops, and in a more run-down area they're quicker to pull a gun or call gang members over. The next one we go for is actually, why did Rockstar add this scene in a trailer? As we know, Rockstar are so meticulous with every scene, especially trailers. Why do we think Rockstar added this scene? I've seen speculation that Jason is an undercover cop and this was footage from his body cam, but I don't agree. Is it just a throwaway scene that is used for the game for the in-game TV? Is it Jason or Lucia being busted early on in this story? Not every scene has or needs to do with the protagonist. There are a lot of scenes in the trailer with NPCs. Maybe it's a story piece, maybe it's for action reasons and will never be in the game. Maybe police does raids shown on the news channels, maybe it's just to show another part of Florida. So I think this was the intention. A lot of the clips were heavily based on the real Florida clips, like the gator in the gas station and clown guy. The remakes were pretty high effort though, got to imagine the work is getting reused for some scene. The next one, why do people keep insisting that a GTA 6 will run at 60 FPS on PS5 Pro? What do you think, and would you get a PS5 Pro for this game? If I can get anywhere near the NPC density of the trailer with a consistent 30 FPS, it would be I would be more than happy. Yeah, as long as it doesn't deep, then you can get used to it pretty easily. Wouldn't mind a 40 FPS option though. They're not as common, but it's great balance for more fast-paced games. Rape Jason, and on this picture we could literally see the scar on all the on both the Red Dead Redemption 2 characters and as well as a Jason, which we by the story hope and think that they are some kind of related on the story, so maybe it's one more sign over here or it's just a scar on his face. I'm worried about the map. Will we have something like the Mount Chiliad? Will the map be 100% flat? Will we have mountains? According to my research, Florida is quite flat. The topographic map of Florida does not feature mountains, as Florida is known for its generally flat terrain. The highest point in the state is Britton Hill, which is only 345 feet, which is 105 meters above the sea level, making it the lowest high point of any US state. Florida's topography is characterized by its coastal plains, with a landscape that includes wetlands such as the Everglades and as well as the lakes and rivers. The state's flatness contributes to its extensive system of wetlands and makes it prone to flooding, especially during the hurricane seasons. I couldn't give a solitary shit. Elevation is not needed for the map to be interesting, and the Everglades are staggeringly beautiful. I agree. Me personally, I'm extremely concerned at how flat the map will be. The next one, how will Rockstar manage to vary the environment? So the Red Dead Redemption 2 map is incredibly rich in part thanks to its very varied environments, plains, deserts, swamps, forests, cities, snows, etc. But for GTA 6 I was wondering how they could vary the environment so much apart from the city as the beach and the swamps. What else is there in Florida? And it's a real question. I'm waiting for answers from people who know more about Florida than me. So, there's a lot of writing on GTA 6 and not just for Rockstar and Take-Two. Amidst the mass layoffs, studios closures, and high-profile AAA flops, the video game industry is currently suffering one of the worst periods in its history. Revenue-wise, it is also struggling. According to US sales data tracking firm Circana, 2024 game spending is set to end up down 2%, and that's the most optimistic outlook. Explaining Microsoft's shock mass layoff that affected nearly 2,000 staff at its gaming business, Xbox boss Phil Spencer said the industry had failed to grow the gaming audience in the recent years, and especially on consoles, but there is one bright spark looming over the horizon, Grand Theft Auto 6. In an interview with the GLB's Circana analyst Matt Piscatella said that Rockstar's surefire hit will spark renewed interest as in video games before going one step further. There's probably never been a more important thing to ever release in the industry, so no pressure. Clearly, there is a huge amount riding on GTA 6, and not just for developers, Rockstar and its owner Take-Two. This is the game some analysts predict will end up as the best-selling of all time, the kind of game to break entertainment records. In 2013, it took GTA 5 just 3 days to surpass 1 billion in sales, becoming the fastest to that figure in entertainment history. GTA 6 could hit $1 billion in 24 hours. So all that money flooding into the video game retail will obviously boost the bottom line of any company that stands to benefit from the sale of video games and accessories, from Amazon to GameStop. And of course, Microsoft and Sony, which sells games via its digital stores. And when GTA 6 eventually comes out at some point in 2025, there will be a lot of companies fighting for their cut. But there is more. GTA 6 is kind of the game that will sell consoles. Sony is expected to release a PS5 Pro later this year, and it will no doubt benefit from the interest in GTA 6. Similarly, GTA 6 will sell Xbox Series X and S and whatever hardware refresh Microsoft plans. So let's remember, GTA 6 is not coming out on PC at launch, and to play the game, you have to own PlayStation or an Xbox. And beyond the point of sale, GTA 6 GTA Online equivalent will surely come packed with the microtransactions as the current GTA Online does. Microsoft and Sony will get their cut of any money spent there too. And is GTA 6 the most important release in the game history, as has been suggested? Mass layoffs continue to decimate the video game industry, so it very well may be. But let's remember the people who are working to make the GTA 6 a reality and the issue they're facing as the industry holds its breath for their game to come out. Last month, developers at Rockstar Games hit out the company's decision to force staff to return to the office for 5 days a week to close out work on GTA 6, with some expression concerns about the crunch. That's kind of all the information we got for today's video, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.